Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure as Chancellor of the University and on behalf of the Senate and the Council to formally declare this degree ceremony open. I wish you all a very, very warm welcome and hope you enjoy the occasion, and now please be seated.
High Sheriff of Leicestershire, High Sheriff of Rutland, parents, friends and graduands, as Vice-Chancellor of the University, I am delighted to welcome you all to this degree congregation. It is a celebration for all those who graduate today. We celebrate your many achievements that culminate in the award of a degree from a major international research and teaching-led university. This degree congregation is a celebration principally for postgraduate students who constitute almost 50% of the university's population, a feature that makes Leicester unique among UK universities, as we have a high proportion of postgraduate students who study with us on a part-time basis or by distance learning. So in that sense, we do not just talk about lifelong learning, we actually do it. Today is your day. It is very special for yourselves and your families, and we hope that you will continue to follow the fortunes of your university that has developed a very distinguished record. We have 23,000 students, we employ 4,000 staff, and the university in the last academic year had a turnover of £281 million. So we are a very large business in Leicester and Leicestershire, operating in an increasingly commercial way. But here, higher education lies at the very heart of everything we do. Leicester also has a strong reputation for being a research-led institution, but we also consider teaching to be of equal importance. For us, having students taught by leading researchers is the key to inspirational development. But despite challenging times, Leicester continues to be highly successful and has been placed 13th in the Guardian League table, and the Times has put us in 14th position. Now, every year I check these data that contribute to the tables very carefully, and I can say with great confidence that this year The Guardian is the most reliable guide to higher education in the UK. We are also in the top 2% of universities in the world, and last year we received awards for the Outstanding Marketing and Communication Team, the Outstanding Fundraising Team, and the Outstanding Research Project of the Year in the Times Higher Awards. This means that we have received an award every year in that competition since 2007. It's quite some achievement, and I would certainly want to convey my congratulations to my colleagues who have contributed to winning these prestigious prizes. This year, we have also won a Queen's Anniversary Prize for Higher and Further Education. These prestigious biennial awards that can only be obtained by 20 universities are part of the UK's National Honours System and are the highest form of national recognition open to any UK university. A prize winner must be able to demonstrate outstanding work at world-class level in order to receive an award. This is the third time in 2 decades that the University of Leicester has won the Queen's Anniversary Prize. Previous awards were for work in the Department of Physics and Astronomy, and secondly for work in the Department of Genetics. This year, The judges have said that the award is given, and I quote, for interconnected research and expertise in history, heritage and archaeology, highlighted by the discovery of Richard III. We are delighted that the University of Leicester team that discovered Richard III when engaging in a dig in a car park in the centre of the city have been honoured for their long record of exceptional research, commercial archaeology and public engagement. None of this highly significant work would have been possible without the university, and the way in which its staff inspire students to undertake research in areas that they personally find fascinating, and then go on to impart their knowledge and enthusiasm to students through the medium of teaching. Now, universities also make major contributions to the communities in which they are located through economic development, through contributions to sport, culture and the arts. This year, the university will be celebrating the 13th anniversary of its annual sculpture show in our Botanic Gardens, exhibiting work from many nationally and internationally acclaimed sculptors. We do, however, live in challenging times, and university funding is being cut dramatically alongside cuts for other public services. And as a consequence, research councils in particular and other bodies have fewer resources to distribute across the higher education sector. In that sense, the University of Leicester needs to be prepared and to be ready to continue to invest in our own infrastructure, to develop new buildings, to continue to hold high-quality events on our campus, and to attract rising stars to the academic team and maintain our estate in ways that attract the best students who are quite rightly becoming more focused on customer service and value for money. Your relationship with the university does not end here. In many ways, the courses you have been through are just the beginning. We want you to be proud of your achievements at Leicester and to continue your connection with the university. This means telling us how you're getting on and letting us help you where we can. We also hope that you will support us through the many activities of the Alumni Office whose members are present today and who will provide you with details about keeping in touch with your university. Finally, I would like to congratulate you all on the degrees you have obtained. Have a really enjoyable day, and on behalf of the whole university, I wish you every success in your future lives and careers. Today is a very special occasion in terms of University of Leicester degree ceremonies. Very rarely we have the opportunity to award the highest honour that the university can bestow, namely the Distinguished Honorary Fellowship of the University of Leicester. We have given these awards since 2008, and they were introduced to identify individuals who have given distinguished service to the university. We decided that there can only be a maximum number of recipients at any one time, and that is restricted to there being 24 people holding such awards. Normally, each individual already possesses an honorary degree from the university, and they will have also engaged in distinguished service over many years. It's in that sense, it gives me real pleasure to introduce to this degree congregation Adrian Weston, who is a great friend of the university and a great friend of many of us who work here. He is also very well known throughout Leicester and Leicestershire, and contributes greatly not only to the university but also to the local community. He was educated locally, and having studied locally, then moved to the University of Oxford, where he read for the degree of jurisprudence. On graduating from Oxford, he joined a local law firm known as Harvey Ingram, now the title being replaced by the title Shakespeare's, but I've not asked him what he thinks about that. Maybe we get to find out later. And he worked his way through Harvey Ingram and became a senior partner in that law firm. He initially specialised in retail licensing and liquor licensing, and moved later to corporate law, mergers and acquisitions. For the university, he was a member of our university governing body called the University Council between 1999 and 2008, and we were delighted at the end of that period to award him with an honorary degree, which we felt represented the contribution that he had made. But it was also very evident that he had the success of the University of Leicester at the heart of everything that he contributed to the university. And indeed, since 2008, he has continued to work very hard on our behalf. When we introduced a fundraising committee, or what is known usually as a development activity in higher education, Adrian was very quick to join. And indeed, when we went out with a view that we needed to engage in a major building project, namely to build a new university library, Adrian was very quick to offer his services. And he, together with others, raised £14.5 million out of a building project total of £35 million. We were most indebted to him, and it went well beyond our expectations, given that we were doing this from a standing start. It's also appropriate to say that Adrian has also been involved in a whole range of other committees, mainly those that deal with the finances and the investments of the university, and he's also done an extensive amount of work with our estate strategy committee. It's true to say that he and his wife Bridget, who is here with us today, have both been very supportive of the university and what we have been trying to achieve. And it's in that sense that I say to both of you, thank you very much indeed. I feel personally that you've been a great supporter of some of the things that many of the things that I've wanted to do in the university, and equally you've both been very supportive of the university. And so we say thank you very much indeed for that. But some of you may be saying, well, you've told us a lot of things he's done, but you haven't told us what he's like. Well, I would say he's tenacious and certainly not afraid to voice his opinions. Even when he fundamentally disagrees with you, he says it in the nicest of ways. He's very firm at making points in meetings, and for those of us who chair meetings in the university, the instruction that you've got to watch out when people catch the chairman's eye, when this gentleman catches the chairman's eye, this particular chairman wonders what will be coming next. And it's in that sense that it's important to keep an eye on the activities of Adrian Weston in our committees. It's also important that the cue is when he calls you Mr. Chairman. And he very often says, Mr. Chairman, if I can make a point. And it's usually a very relevant point that exactly goes to the very heart of what we're discussing. And it's in that sense that it's that great skill that has helped the university hugely in lots of things we've done. But of course, there's also another element to this that one is acutely aware of today. You will see from your programme that those who receive honorary awards from the university do get the right of reply. And the right of reply comes after I have sat down. So I think it would probably be wise if I quit what I hope I'm winning and to say, Mr. Chancellor, it is with the greatest of pleasure that I present to you Adrian Weston for the award of the highest honour that we can bestow, the Distinguished Honorary Fellowship of the University of Leicester. Adrian Weston.
Well done indeed. Well done indeed. Richly deserved. Yes.
When I was about 13, which is a long, long time ago, I attended a school which put on a Gilbert and Sullivan operetta every summer. And I was chosen to play the third female lead in Princess Ida. I was over 6 foot at the time, and my voice broke during rehearsals. So I was not a huge success. But I do remember the costume I had to wear. It was brightly coloured velvet, ankle-length gown, together with a hat which resembled a mad beehive. There was a photograph hidden deep at home. 60 years later, nothing much has changed. And I stand here looking like a main character in a television play about Tudor England. I think the hat, which has been toned down this year in particular, is very Thomas Cromwell, even Hilary Mantel in drag. And I have this thought that there is a department somewhere in London which spends the whole year designing imitation Tudor costumes for events like this. However, I must not let the thought detract from the pleasure which I derive from the grant of this distinction. I am born and bred Leicester, so to be honoured in this way by the university is very special. I find myself in a very elevated company. As the Vice-Chancellor said, there are only 24 Distinguished Honorary Fellows at any one time, and I find among my fellow members Professor Ken Pounds, who I believe discovered black holes, but I don't know much about that, Sir Alec Jeffreys of genetic fingerprint fame, Sue Townsend, the very popular author, and of course Lord Attenborough and Sir David Attenborough. So it is all very flattering. It is also very human to wish to be associated with success. I was persuaded to lend a hand in 1999, and since then the university has been a sustained success, not least rising about 20 places in the University League tables. I would like to say that this is all down to me, but I think that would be an exaggeration. It is, of course, due to a lot of hard work by a lot of talented people, headed by a talented Vice-Chancellor. But no matter how small my role, the pleasure is still intense. That particularly applies over the last few years, where my main efforts have been associated with the works of the Development Board. Fundraising, for that is what it is, has strange undertones. People shy away from you when you approach them. But in these new economic circumstances, it is a fact of life. And as you have heard, if you've enjoyed the David Wilson Library during your time here, you have been a beneficiary of the fundraising activities. Similarly, if you use the Students' Union, not to mention the new Cardiovascular Research Centre at Glenfield and its Biomark facility. Currently, we are closing in on the final funding for the new wing at the Art Gallery in Lancaster Road, and then it is on to acquire £42 million for the new medical centre, also in Lancaster Road. The work is absolutely essential if the university is to thrive, and I would like to thank both the Development Board and the staff for their enthusiasm, hard work, good humour and companionship. In particular, I would like to thank the Director, Steve O'Connor, for his cheery leadership. Working with the Development Board has been good fun, successful and very rewarding. And if you ever get offered a chance to do similar, please do it. However, enough of the propaganda. I thank the university very sincerely for this award. I wish all you new graduates long and happy careers, and I wish the whole university continued success. Thank you.
Will all graduates please stand?
By the authority of the Senate, I admit candidates both present and absent to the several degrees for which they are presented. Now, you'll be asked to come onto the stage in groups, but in the meantime, the stewards will tell you what to do, but would the rest of you please now be seated.
Mr. Chancellor, as head of the College of Social Science, I present the following candidates for their degrees. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Florence Baragahara. Ao Chen. Hadia Hina. Brendan Lamb. Anita Pickerdon.
Doctor A, pretty good, isn't it? Yeah, well.
Johan Roelak. Peter Thomas. For the degree of Doctor of Social Sciences, Emmanuel Latte. For the degree of Master of Business Administration, Tahal Abdul Aziz Al-Balat. Abigail Ejura Adejo. Olajumoke Adewunmi. Michael Ajapong. Robert Afido Mensah. Hajos Afwerki. Patrick Afolabi. Tariq Al-Abdi. Masood Ali. Osama Ali. Osama Al-Karagul. Francesca Annan. Louis Anderson. Ruby Antwi Ajay. Constantina Arcondi. And winner of the Best Full-Time MBA Student Prize, Perry Argyropoulos. Maxwell Atuanor Diwara. Harrison Bedu. Celestine Bamisset. Mark Baptista. Bassem Batishar. Maria Bejarano Rojas. Janine Barat Florendo. Fahad bin Musa. Mamta Brain. Kim Brown. Julius Berwesigay. Cheryl Channa. Charalampos Christoforou. Regina Clotty. Richard Calero. Paul Crossy. Christine Cuniff. Anyupan Dharmakiteri. Ngozi Aquanif. Mohammed El Attar. Spirulu Eferiu. Mamas Evangelou. Rosanna Formosa. Grace Frimpong. Ahmed Efil. Fatima Efil. Jagadish Halashahali Naguru. Osama Hassan Taha. Angela Hosford. Marie Hunt. Syed Hussain. Eleni Ianu. Efstathios Kagoulis. Athanasios Karondis. Akvinda Kaur. Njide Ken Odoku. Mohammed Khan. Ahmad Kaderi.
You've got some friends up there.
Elizabeth Magoke.
My word, you've got some support there.
Vincent Martin. Rinnie Matthew. Agrippa Mahonda. Hiranga Mahuti. Mohammed Mosa. Ibrahim Murad. Riyad Mustafa. Andrea Myesko. George Nathaniel. Mary Nyako. Egosa Obasingbon. Barry O'Donoghue. Simon O'Heaney. Viviana Kwonko.
Congratulations to you. Very well done.
Maja Maitalagio.
Well done indeed to you.
Olabodi Olanion.
Really well done. Well done.
Nana Owusu.
Congratulations to you.
Vasiliki Palamari.
Very well done.
Martin Pierce.
Well done, Martin. Congratulations to you. Yeah.
Sullen Raising Ramrup.
Congratulations. Well done.
Greta Rapinet.
Congratulations to you. Well done.
Hannah Searle.
Well done to you. Congratulations.
Nicholas Seaton.
Well done, Nicholas. Congratulations to you.
Jamil Shakil. Winner of the Best MBA Student by Distance Learning Prize, Julian Smith.
Best of the year. Well done. Can't improve on that. Well done. Good.
Stephen Sudsey. Donatien Tabone. Kifulu Tedese. Don Weedman.
Well done, Don. Congratulations.
Emmanuel Williams.
Well done, Emmanuel. Congratulations to you.
And Sebot Willie.
Congratulations to you.
Shija Zhang.
Congratulations to you.
For the degree of Master of Science in Accounting and Finance, Hariem Abdullah.
Congratulations to you. Well done.
Oluwatumizin Adui.
Well done to you.
Ye Chang. Mongang Chen.
Congratulations to you. Well done indeed. Well done.
Shi Chen. Shi Wan Dong. Rezin Fatah.
Well done.
Snang Feng.
Well done to you.
Wei Gao. Ming He.
Well done.
Jing Wen Hu.
Well done indeed. Congratulations to you.
Lin Xuan Li.
Well done.
Kai Liu.
Congratulations to you.
Lu Bo Liu.
Well done indeed.
Yuan Liu.
Well done. Congratulations to you.
Ji Wei Liu.
Very well done.
Sheng Long.
Congratulations to you.
Fan Jun Meng.
Well done indeed. Well done.
Mong Mong.
Congratulations.
Usman Mohammed.
Well done indeed.
Boikanyo Molefei.
Congratulations.
Suzanne Nanakali.
Well done to them. Congratulations.
Mustafa Othman.
Congratulations to you. Very well done.
Shinjen Ren.
Well done to you. Congratulations.
Ching Sun.
Congratulations to you.
Winner of the Best Full-Time MSc Student Prize, Xia Tan.
Best student. Well done. We can't improve on that. Very good.
Lan Lan Tang.
Well done. Congratulations. Well done. Well done. Well done.
Rui Long Wang. Xiao Ying Wang.
Congratulations to you. Well done.
Shonggang Wang. Xilin Wei. Shui-Ching Xia. Qing Xie. Jinglong Xu. Lu Fan Shu. Tianming Yang. Qianjia Wu. Zhujiang Yu. Dan Yue. Li Sha Zhang. Tong Zhang. Wei Xiong Zhang. Xiaoxi Zhang. Bo Wen Zhao. Lu Zhao. Xishang Zhao. Yaxun Zhao. Sue Zhao. Xinyua Ji. Hao Zhu. Zemin Zhu. For the degree of Master of Science in Applied Criminology, Siobhan Marie Kelly. Sean Lovett. Winner of the MSc Criminology, open brackets applied, Best Student Prize, Sharonjeet Sidhu. Alessandro Trombetta Mabs. For the degree of Master of Science in Banking and Finance, Frederick Ayabor.
Banking and Finance. Well done indeed. Well done.
Eva Apsinska.
Well done indeed. Congratulations.
Malika Wan. Shinron Dao. Yan Gong. Shulin Go. Ying Jung Han. Zhengjiang He. Nurul Haj Ismail.
Congratulations, Steve. Very well.
Yi Yang Li.
Very well done indeed. Congratulations.
Jia Song Liao. Tina Gayen. Lei Pei.
Well done. Congratulations.
Lorenza Perez Pineda.
Congratulations, Steve. Yeah.
Maria Basilu.
Well done indeed. Congratulations, Steve.
Xiao Xiao Rao.
Congratulations, Steve. Well done.
Adi Siafriadi.
Congratulations.
T Tran.
Very well done. Congratulations, Steve.
Shangnan Wang. Lei U.
Very well done. Congratulations.
Lin Shu.
Congratulations.
Min Shu.
Well done indeed. Congratulations.
Hang Yang. Xiaoping Wu. Danny Zhuang.
Mr. Pro-Vice-Chancellor, for the degree of Master of Science in Business Analysis and Finance, Fang Ki Bu. Chen Chen. Xin Chen. Meng Lin Duan. Shen Feng Li. Xiao Yan Lu. Lu Meng. Yuan Ning. Sophia Tricia. Yi Lu Zhao. Chu Zi Zheng. For the degree of Master of Science in Clinical Criminology, Valeria Abreu. Ruth Barker. Sunifa Burgess. Raki Chauhan. Winning the Palgrave Prize for the Best Dissertation in Criminology, Christina Daniello. Megan Giorgio. Tiffany Gordon-Russell. Demetrius Grievous. Ruth Holden. Madeleine Jeffries. Samantha Knight. Madison Lindley. Katerina Lister. Anna Oberbichler. Drukant Patel. Abigail Platts. Winner of the MSc Criminology Clinical Best Student Prize, Sarah Ross. For the degree of Master of Science in Community Safety, Jonathan Tumlety. For the degree of Master of Science in Criminology and Criminal Justice, Neville Heaven. Christina Nuschali. Zdenko Pumper. Matthew Sherratt. Peter Williams. For the degree of Master of Science in Criminology, Benjamin Coper. Kylie McBride. Zoe Percy. Ilse Rass. Elva Bjork Runnels-Dottir. Winner of the MSc Criminology Best Student Prize, Catherine White. Mark Williamson. For the degree of Master of Science in Economics, winner of the Best Master's Dissertation Prize, Duncan Brown. Ekini Ezekona, Benjamin Kashavazi, Joshua Meadows, Taha Hussein Mawahidi, Bilal Musa, Delovan Queda. For the degree of Master of Science in Finance, Al Said Al Busaid. Abadur Ali, Jiao Bai, Samuel Baker, Vesna Budzeska Origanska, Jiao Zhen Chen, Ruian Chen, Xiaomin Chen, Jiao Gong, Zhu Ming He, Eric Jameson. The winner of the Best Full-Time MSc Student Prize, Chilufia Kabalika. Ankwi Lee, Haoran Lee. Winner of the Best Full-Time MSc Student Dissertation Prize, Xiao Yang Li. Yi Li, Zhao Li, Ji Lin, Liang Hui Lin, Shi Tao Liu, Shi Tan Liu, Fagani Maharavamov, Satin Minasiam, Oluwole Agunsula, Mary Alusanya, Harshit Patel, Yutong Ren, Enura Shalamaganov, Minzi Shi, Wen Ting Shi, Long Hao Song, Yu Ying Sun, Zitan, Hao Wang, Yifu Wang, Wen Wen, Minzi Wu, Bin Shu, Yu Shu, Zhao Yu Yang, Lei Zheng, Xiao Zhu Zai, Chun Jiang Yang, Yao Zhang, Yu Han Zhang, Xu Zheng, Xu Junzu, Xiao Li Zhu, Han Yang Zong. For the degree of Master of Science in Financial Economics, Jeffrey Ansong. Donna Blackburn. Luke Chester. Godson Davis. Christina Demetriou. Rong Fan. Rui Feng. Ying Yu Huang. Raymond Lee. Zhu Zai. Yai Shun Lee. Lombei Lumbui. Amit Pancholi. David Shepherd. Yan Yan Shi. Chung Wan Tam. Nathan Thomas. Yao Xiu. Yang Shu. Yan Yan. Yi Chu Yang. Di Zhang. Wen Zhao Chang. Yi Zhao. Zhen Yu Zhu. For the degree of Master of Science in Human Resource Development and Performance Management, Oshana Diaz. Winner of the Ashton Prize, Malgorzata Glita. Oluremi Okusanya. For the degree of Master of Science in Human Resource Management and Development, Ahmed Abdallah Arahim. Maria Andrea Kopalu. Dennis Buttigieg. Irene Hope Dabor. Bednock Marufu. Amelia Motte. Cynthia Nowajiku. Amelia Nowakoro. Chung Wai Yi Otto. Andrei Timoshenko. For the degree of Master of Science in Human Resource Management and Training, Christine Apat. Henry Cypriot. Dawn Gill. Ibitsam Hassan. Bola Mensah. Kolakil Masiminga. Grace Nuamina. Elaine Rossiter. Benedict Stokes. For the degree of Master of Science in International Human Resources and Globalization, Olatanji Solanke. For the degree of Master of Science in Management, Harpreet Chatwal. Xing Chen. Li Ding. Chen Ding. Teresa Zani. Peng Yi Fan. Lu Gao, Si Ha Gu, Andreas Haji Michael, Mu Yun Han, Daniel Hickey, Hua Huang, Anne Lee, Xiao Tong Li, Yan Li, Yin Li, Boyu Lin, Zhong Han Lin, Hong Bo Liu, Li Zan Liu, Yang Liu, Yu Zi Liu, Yu Miao, Christina Michael, Biao Zui Ning, Pichaya Patanasketu, Sutada Racha Davayeklu, Yao Shu, Now Pon Srinitana Prasad, Natia Thongnao, Dui Vu, Peng Hua Wang, Yi Jing Wang, Hao Lin Wu, Ning Chen Wu, Wei Wei Xing, Ji Yang, Song Wan Yang, Tian Wen Yang, Lu Yu, Hui Kui Zhang, Chang Zhang, Chang Ri Zhang, Rui Zhang, Xiang Chang Zhang, Di Zhao, Mr. Vice-Chancellor, for the degree of Master of Science in Management, Finance and Accounting, Sufian Abdullah Salam.
Congratulations.
Rajinja Olijala.
Congratulations.
Alexandra Batson.
Congratulations.
Robing Feng.
Congratulations.
Lin Han.
Congratulations.
Jiwei Han.
Congratulations.
Si Ying Huang.
Congratulations.
Xiao Osi Hang.
Congratulations.
Oniechi Iroha.
Congratulations.
Winner of the Best Full-Time MSc Student Prize, Wan Zi Lei.
Congratulations. Well done on the
Dan
prize.
Lee.
Congratulations.
Dongyu Li.
Congratulations.
Wen Ning Li.
Congratulations.
Su Liang.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Jian Yan Liao.
Congratulations.
Wen Yu Liao,
Congratulations.
Xin Yu Lin,
Congratulations.
Yan Mei,
Congratulations. Thank you.
Lu Meng,
Congratulations.
Grace Pepper,
Congratulations.
Jun Ying Ki,
Congratulations.
Ayada Kriang,
Congratulations.
Wo Yu Ren,
Congratulations.
Wei Xiao,
Congratulations. Thank you.
Ro Yu Wang,
Congratulations.
Yun Tao Wang,
Congratulations.
Hao Wu,
Congratulations.
Hong Yu Wu,
Congratulations.
Zhao Yu Wu,
Congratulations.
Yan Xiao,
Congratulations. Thank you.
Chang Yi Xie,
Congratulations.
Yao Fei Xie,
Congratulations.
Jing Xie,
Congratulations. Thank you.
Ran Xie,
Congratulations.
Xing Yu Yang,
Congratulations.
Xu Jiao Yang,
Congratulations.
Han Chi Zhang,
Congratulations.
Ji Zhao,
Congratulations.
Jing Ke Zhu,
Congratulations.
Yu Zhu,
Congratulations. Thank you.
Chao Yu Zhu,
Congratulations.
Xie Dan Zhu.
Congratulations.
For the degree of Master of Science in Marketing, Ralph Afzal.
Congratulations.
Anam Hassan,
Congratulations.
Iram Hassan,
Congratulations.
Maha Al-Tubayya,
Congratulations.
Lai Chen,
Congratulations.
Lai Chen,
Congratulations.
Narisara Chuarenarum,
Congratulations.
Yuan Yuan Fang,
Congratulations.
Li Hu,
Congratulations.
Xiao Yan Hu,
Congratulations.
Nan Jiang,
Congratulations.
Xu Yu Kua,
Congratulations. Thank you.
Zoe Lampiri,
Congratulations. Thank you.
Ying Huan Li,
Congratulations.
Xiao Yu Lin,
Congratulations.
Yalan Liu,
Congratulations.
Jackie Liu.
Congratulations.
For the book Best Full-Time MSc Student Prize, Jennifer Morgan.
Congratulations. Well done on your time. Thank you.
Azin Mufti,
Congratulations.
Amber Neat,
Congratulations.
Marios Papachristopoulou,
Congratulations.
Yunju Peng,
Congratulations. Brooks.
Anita Rathod,
Congratulations.
Xiao Chu Shen,
Congratulations. Thank you.
Li Wei Te,
Congratulations.
Nicholas Tascos,
Congratulations.
Fei Tian,
Congratulations.
Jai Wen Wang,
Congratulations.
Li Wan Wang,
Congratulations.
Ying Wang,
Congratulations.
Jian Lan Wu,
Congratulations.
Ming Zhu,
Congratulations.
Chi Wei Ye,
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Kyoko Yamagata.
Congratulations.
Ling Ling Zhang.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Xiang Yu Zhang.
Congratulations.
Yang Zhang.
Congratulations.
Jia Jun Zhu.
Congratulations.
Siyuan Zhang.
Congratulations.
The degree of Master of Science in Money and Banking, Chao Han.
Congratulations.
For the degree of Master of Science in Security and Risk Management, Mark Adeji.
Congratulations.
Adelayu Alabi.
Congratulations.
Christopher Barrett.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Andrew Bates.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Narendra Kumar Budram.
Congratulations.
Alan Burns.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Tamer Hashem.
Congratulations.
Julius Karanji. Simon Littlewood.
Congratulations.
Simon Maudsley.
Congratulations.
Robert Taylor.
Congratulations.
For the degree of Master of Science in Terrorism, Security and Policing, Sophia Figgins.
Congratulations.
Kira Miller.
Congratulations.
Marco Orlandi.
Congratulations.
Winner of the MSc Terrorism, Security and Policing Best Student Prize, Tuomas Sarapakakunas.
Congratulations. Well done on the prize.
Laura Smurridge.
Congratulations.
Samuel Taylor.
Congratulations.
For the degree of Master of Science in Training and Human Resource Management, Chung Kwok Hong.
Congratulations.
For the degree of Master of Arts in Contemporary Sociology, Suran Abdullah.
Congratulations.
Freya Gilbert.
Congratulations.
Razna Hunshan.
Congratulations.
Winner of the Dr. Rhys Powell Dissertation Prize in Sociology, Louisa Watson.
Congratulations. Well done on your prize.
For the degree of Master of Arts in Diplomatic Studies, Rawiya Ahmed.
Congratulations.
Donald Charubira.
Congratulations.
Victor Ketch Michikaglu.
Congratulations.
Michael Petty.
Congratulations.
For the degree of Master of Arts in Human Rights and Global Ethics, winner of the Best Campus-Based Master's Dissertation Prize and the Best Campus-Based Master's Student Performance Prize, Lydia De Cruz.
Congratulations and well done on the prize.
Catherine Janman.
Congratulations.
Rebecca Ward.
Congratulations.
John Ray.
Congratulations.
For the degree of Master of Arts in International Relations and World Order, Samuel Abbott.
Congratulations.
Thomas Berry.
Congratulations.
Julie Castillo Montenegro.
Congratulations.
Abdul Majid Eskandari.
Congratulations. Well done.
Liz B. Espinosa Pedraza.
Congratulations.
Miles Hendley.
Congratulations.
Peter Singleton.
Congratulations. Very much. Pleasure.
Winner of the Best Distance Learning Master Student Performance Prize, Daryl Snell.
Congratulations. Well done on your prize.
Rebin Tawfiq.
Congratulations.
Kristin Vetter.
Congratulations.
For the degree of Master of Arts in International Security Studies, winner of the Best Distance Learning Master's Dissertation Prize, Dora Khan Aras.
Congratulations. Well done on your time.
Kirsty Baxter,
Congratulations. Thank you.
Tyrone Kushanena,
Congratulations.
Maria Patricia Gaffert,
Congratulations.
Paul Gray,
Congratulations.
Robin Kemp,
Congratulations.
Jesse Colo,
Congratulations.
Andrew Lanigan,
Congratulations.
Emma Jane MacDonald.
Congratulations.
For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Human Resource Management, Henrietta Ajiwon.
Congratulations.
For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Management Studies, Chung Lo.
Congratulations.
For the Arts Foundation degree in Security and Risk Management, John Love.
Congratulations.
Dennis Murray,
Congratulations.
Thomas Nolan,
Congratulations.
Daniel Wood,
Congratulations.
Gillian Yardley.
I'm overcome. I thought that cheering was for me, but right. Well, we're at the end of 3 splendid degree ceremonies that we've held here today. A great audience, plenty of whooping and whistling. We like that. It livens up the occasion, and if you feel like doing it when I've finished speaking, then I'll be delighted. You start when you like, if you like. Right, now, it's just a question, really, of me saying a few words and then winding up this final degree ceremony of the day. But I can't do that without saying a word of thanks and congratulations to our Distinguished Honorary Fellow, Adrian Weston. No one is more fitting to have received this accolade, which only, as we've heard, goes to a small number of people, 24 in total. Adrian, Leicester born and bred, that's a good start for a Distinguished Honorary Fellow. And what the Vice-Chancellor didn't mention, which I checked in your CV, far and away the most important part is your expertise in cricket. My word, we need expertise in cricket in this country at the moment. So any advice you can give, I'm sure, will be gratefully received. Now, this really has been a very happy event for students, staff, relatives and friends. I know that those of you who've received your degrees have come here from many different routes to be here today. Some part-time, combining studies with a job, which is always very hard work. Some full-time, some resident here in Leicester, some by distance learning. And you've come from many different countries. And some of you, of course, are already well established in your chosen professions. And I've no doubt that your success, as demonstrated by the degrees that you've obtained today, will greatly assist you in the future. Now, I'm always conscious on occasions like this that speaking to people who've obtained postgraduate degrees, often after many years since their first degree, of the particular problems that you will have encountered. All too often there are competing demands from jobs and family. There's the difficulty of getting back into the habit of being a student again. That makes it all the more appropriate to say that your higher degree really is a badge of achievement, endeavour and success. You have a good degree from a first-class university, a university, moreover, which has particular reason to be proud of its record in postgraduate education. More than half our 23,000 students are on postgraduate courses. So be proud of your degree and of the university where you obtained it. I'm proud of the way that we describe ourselves. Leicester University, elite but not elitist. I think that's as good a label as you'll get for any university, and I'm, for one, am proud of it. It's a university which is enriched by recruiting students from around the world and with the widest range of backgrounds. Leicester is Britain's only top 20 university to meet official government inclusivity benchmarks for students from state schools, from lower socio-economic groups, and from parts of the country with historically low levels of university entrance. And I'm proud to emphasise the splendid account that we've heard from the Vice-Chancellor. He's told you about that already, about the record of this university during the last year, during 2013. The king in the car park, we've said that so many times. We did find a king in a car park. My granddaughter would say that is awesome, and it certainly is to me. And also, of course, we've found ourselves again in the top 20 of the university rankings, but rising as well, consistently in the top 20, and in the top 2% of universities worldwide. We've got the joint Sunday Times and Times runner-up as University of the Year. We're the recipient of the Queen's Anniversary Prize for Higher and Further Education, which will be awarded at a ceremony in London next month. I have the honour of being your Chancellor. I've been it now for just 12 months, and when I read out that record of success, it's going to be tough trying to beat that in the future, so maybe I ought to quit while the going's good. And as you may know, our Vice-Chancellor, Sir Robert Burgess, Bob Burgess to all of us, is in his last year in office, which enables me to say something that he couldn't say. His 15 years as our Vice-Chancellor have been years of quite remarkable dedication and achievement, and we thank him for his outstanding services to this Leicester University. Well done, Bob, indeed, for that. And a word of thanks as well to all of you who've been awarded your degrees today. During my time, I've spent a fair amount of time talking about our political system to people on graduate and undergraduate courses. Many of you might be surprised to know the debt which staff always feel they owe to students for asking questions that you've not heard before, for the insights, the enthusiasm and the challenges that students provide. As a teacher, you appreciate so much the many students who you know are going on to do interesting things in life, and you always feel a certain personal pride in any later achievements. So I simply say on behalf of the staff of the university that as well as congratulating you all, we say thank you for the contribution that you have all made to the development and continuing success of Leicester University. And finally, I want to say good luck. Some say that luck is one of life's most important ingredients, and I don't disagree with that. I certainly know from my own life in politics that a few votes one way or another can be the difference between triumph and disaster. But I know that the degree that you've been awarded today will have shifted the odds in your careers substantially in favour for whatever lies ahead. I hope you'll keep in touch and tell us what you're doing, because, of course, your success, at least in part, is our success as well. Your predecessors, over more than 50 years now, have contributed massively to making Leicester University the fine institution that it is today, and I know you will all, in your different ways, be adding to that. So to all of you, I offer the simplest of messages. Well done. Thank you, and in the years ahead, every possible success. It was a relief getting back without tripping over the train that time, it really was. Now the final duty that I have is to, the official one, is to formally now declare this degree congregation closed.